Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Christmas is around the corner, so I have few early gifts for you. First, um, let me introduce our CSS framework, which is now available for Oxygen. You can find it here in this section, CSS framework. Now we have a normal version, and also for Oxygen we have an ACSS version and Oxygen Ninja version. All right. So if you are, working with ACSS or Oxygen Ninja, and you would like to use our new blocks which were built on this framework, so you just need to download these files and put it in to your website, and then you can start using our blocks with Oxyninja or automatic CSS. Okay, and the same will goes for bricks. If you have a bricks with ACSS, you can also download this version, and you can then use our bricks elements without like any problem. Okay, so let's go back to our Oxygen version. uh, Basically, uh, our framework is for free, so you just need to download it from here like this, and on your Oxygen website you just need to insert the code inside a style sheet. So if you open the file you have downloaded, and you will find a CSS file which can be opened with any text editor. So let's open it and just grab the code and copy it, go back to WordPress dashboard. um, let's say go to templates, and let's start with main template, for example. Okay, and this will catch all the pages, and now let's go to Oxygen editor. Alright, so inside editor, go to style sheet, but first you need to wait. Okay, so go to style sheet, add a new style sheet. I'm going to call it framework. Okay, and paste the code here. Alright, so that's it. Now you are ready to use our blocks. What you can edit here is your maximum viewport, which needs to be the same as it is here in your Oxygen settings, global styles, width and breakpoints, and it need to match the highest value here. So if you have like 1280, it should be the same in your CSS file here. So make sure that it match with your settings in Oxygen. Okay, second thing, you can style, you can set your fluid font size here, or you can use our default sizes here. Like they are also fluid, but if you want to change the sizes to match your designs, you can use some fluid font calculator, and then you just need to paste the clamp value here for each variable here. So, and it should be fine. Also, make sure that you have like properly set the fallback variables. All right. Okay. But if you don't want to do like everything of this manually, you can use some tool. For example, I'm using this fluid type scale calculator, and basically you just need to set your base font size, scale ratio, minimum screen width and maximum screen width, and you can set your steps here. Make sure that your steps uh, are the same as ours, which are from S to triple XL. Okay, so make sure that it is from S, M, L, XL, XXL, and triple XL, and make sure that for font size we have a prefix which is font size. So make sure that here you have the same prefix. As for spacing, we have a space prefix. So if you have if you want to create for spacing, just change it to space. Okay, so don't forget about this. Also, here you can include the fallback. And one more thing, when we are changing the HTML font size to 62.5%, make sure that your RAM value here is 10. Okay, so one RAM is like 10 pixels for you now, so make sure that you have 10 pixel here. Okay, and then you just need to grab this code and paste it here instead of fluid font size. Okay, and then you can do the same for spacing. Like this, you can create your own sizes which will match your design, and then you will be ready to use our framework. All right, so I'm going to try something. I want to show you, like around this framework. So first, we are inside the main template. So let's add in the content. So all right, let's go back and let's go to some page. Let's see. Let's add a new page. Let's go it background. Like, to be honest, this framework was based on the most popular one in Oxygen, which is OxyNinja, and then also the ACSS. Like, we don't have like much classes, like OxyNinja or ACSS. We have just the classes for for layouts and spacing, and just just the ones you need to create few basic layouts. That's it. If you need to create something like complex or custom, you will need to create a custom class for that, for that. And if you need to style your design with our framework, you won't be able to do that, because we have just as I said, we have only layout utility classes. So we kept it as simple as possible. So let me show you around. So let's add some section, for example. So first, you can check on this page. You can check all the class lists here. We have like for grids, margin, paddings, and width, font sizes. You can check it here. I'll show you around here. So for example, if you want some 2 or 3 columns layout, it's pretty simple. Let's add a div inside this section, and we have a prefix which is W. So we need to type W, and now for grid we have grid, and now you need to set a number which will be number of columns you want. So basically 2 or 3, so let's go for 3. Like this, we have a grid of 3 columns. Let's try and add some div. See, so we have like 3 divs inside this. Let's add some text, and let's copy this 3 times. Now I want to add some gap between them. So it's W gap, and you can specify the sizes. As I said, we have from S to triple XL. So let's go with L. Yeah, so let's like this, we have 3 columns with gap L. And also if you want to make it responsive, for example on a tablet, I will need to make it into 2 columns. So type W grid L, which stands for our tablet viewport. Like, by the way, XL is for laptop, L is for tablet, M is for mobile landscape, and S stands for mobile portrait. Okay, so I want to target tablet size, so it's L, and number 2, so 2 columns. Okay, so now we have 2 columns, and now on mobile I want it to have it in 1 column, so it's W grid M1. Alright, so it's pretty simple. As I said, it was based on Oxygen Ninja and ACSS, so if you are familiar with them, I think that you will get used to our framework very quickly. So basically, like this, you can create grid layouts, or you can have a fluid font sizes, or different width for your divs. So for example, if I want this div to be like the half of my viewport, so I just need to type W width, and now it's like 50. Yes, so it's like, so now it's like half of your viewport. Different thing is if you add a div here and you want this div to be full width, so it's like W width, and now it's full. Oh, sorry, I have a typo, so it's W width typo. Sorry, full, like this. Yeah, so now this div is full div, full width div. Okay, and so make sure that you go around and check our class list here. As you can see, we have like around 200 classes, so which aren't much. As for variables, we have only for spacing and for font size. So whenever you want to have like some padding, you can you can integrate the spacing here, like for example var space XL, and you can use for all around. So like this, you can use the variable. And as for font size, for example, if you have heading which is like H3 tag, but you want it to be big as a H1, you just need to type W font size, and the biggest one is X, like triple XL. So like this, it's like a H1, but it's H3 tag. But if you want to have some custom size, but also you want it to be fluid, you can use something like, let's say, custom title class. Okay, and as for font size, you can use a calculated function. So let's say calc, and inside this add our var and go for font size XXL, for example, and multiply it with some number. So like this, I have multiplied by 1, so this size will be the same as H1 heading size. So if you want it to be like bigger, like a little bit bigger, so just change number here, like 1.4 or 1.2, and like this you can modify the variables. And same will goes for spacing. You can also do the same, like for spacing. Let's check it out. For example, here, if I have it like not font size, but space. Okay, so basically you can change number here, so it will be like to your taste. And the good thing is that it will be fluid, and it will change based on the user viewport. So that's That's why we are using those fluid variables. All right. So yeah, that's all what we have here, and basically we have also the flex classes. So for example, if you want to add quickly some icon and some text, and let's say you want it to be in a row, so let's add w flex a row. Now it's in a row, but you want this text to be in the middle, so let's go and type w align items center. All right, and let's add a gap like L. All right, and let's say I want it to be full width, for example, and I want to space between like this icon and this text. So w justify content between. Yeah. So, and also one more thing, I want this to break like automatically, so I can add flex wrap like this. It will break like automatically when the text is too long. So yeah, and I think those are most use case for this framework. Like basically, as you can see, just for layout, just for typography, just for spacing, and nothing more. If you want to set some styling, you need to do it with custom class, and you cannot do it with our framework. Okay, so as you can see, it's very simple. So from now on, all of our designs and elements will be built on this framework. And if you are using like ACSS or OxyNinja and you want to keep using them, no worries. We have, as I said before, we have a version which will be compatible with ACSS and OxyNinja for Oxygen, also for ACSS for bricks. So no problem if you are using them, keep using them, and just download the version for one of them, and after that you will be able to use our designs and elements. That's it. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.